The number one mistake you make when he comes back after ghosting. This video is for the woman whose man disappeared, came back, and is about to let him back without knowing if anything actually is different. He came back, and this time, he didn't just show up, he explained himself. No more silence, no more wondering. He actually said something. And if you're being honest, that feels different, doesn't it? Because silence is easy to be angry at, but an explanation, that's a whole nother ball game. An explanation sounds like effort. It sounds like he thought about you. It sounds like maybe this time will be different. By the end of this video, you will know if his return means anything or is it just resetting the cycle. First, I will show you the problem. Second, I will give you the solution. Third, I will show you how to use it. I'm Soke. I taught hundreds of women and continue to teach women the same tools I gave my 3 daughters so they can use evidence to rise up out of bad situations and build the strength they didn't know they had. He disappeared, and you felt all of it. The silence, the confusion, the phone checking, the replaying the conversations, trying to find where it went wrong. Then he came back with an explanation. And the second he did, the enemy named Hope showed up too. That's what hope does. It doesn't ask questions. It doesn't require evidence. It just whispers, maybe this time is different. And that opens the door. So now you're not dealing with disappearing anymore. Hope is telling you, at least he came back. At least he explained himself this time. And when you make a decision based on hope, you're not actually deciding anything. You're just feeling better for a short time because of the fantasy. The mistake isn't responding to him. The mistake is responding without requiring anything to be different. Here it is, simple, direct. Don't expect change if you didn't require change. That's it. If you let him back in the same way he left, no conversation, no accountability, no discussion about expectations, then nothing has actually changed or ever will. It just feels like it has because the silence ended differently. The return isn't the change. What happens after return, that's where you find out if anything is really different or not. Let me tell you about one of my 3 daughters. I changed the name and the details to protect her identity. I'll call her Shania. Her situation had a pattern she almost didn't see until she was neck deep into it. He would pull away and go quiet. One time she found out he was briefly seeing someone else. When it didn't work out, he came back to my daughter. Every time he came back, he always made it feel right. More texts, more attention, more "I missed you." Just enough to make her feel like this time would be different. So she let him back. Every time. Because it felt good when he returned. And she didn't want to throw away the hope of what it could still become. But you know what? His pattern didn't change. Because she never required it to. She came to me to talk about it. And I asked her, do you think a person will change if they are not required to do so? She looked at me the same way she did when she was 8 and said no. She realized that she had never once given a consequence for him leaving. She just accepted his return and hoped the rest would go away. But this time, she didn't get weak when he came back. She stayed silent. She watched. She waited to see if his behavior would match the words and promises he made when he returned. It didn't. This time, she stepped back without feeling guilt or regret. You just saw what happened when Shania stopped waiting for him and decided what was right for her. Now, that same moment is in front of you. I work with women who are done guessing. They look at the behavior, they make a decision, and they stand on it. If you're ready to be that woman, the link is in the description below. Here's what it looks like in real time. He texts you, "Hey, I know you're mad. I just had a lot going on." You feel it immediately, that pull, that little exhale of relief because the silence is over. That's the signal. The old you opens up, softens, and says, "We're okay," because it feels better than the alternative. But now you pause and the new you appears. You don't reward the return before you see what comes with it. You respond, but you don't pretend the leaving didn't happen. You ask for what you actually need: consistency, follow through, better communication, something real. And then you watch, not to see what he says next, but what he does next. That's where your answer is. If he gives it to you, great. You have something to work with. If not, you have your answer and a decision to make. When you use this, something changes in how you carry yourself. You stop treating his return as if it's a prize. You stop letting "at least he came back" be enough. You go from asking, "Is this better than before?" to asking, "Is this actually what I want?" Those are two very different questions. And the second one is the one that matters the most. When you skip or avoid this and just let him back in the same way he left, here's exactly what happens. He comes back. Same words, same tone, maybe effort for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and it feels good again. You want it to mean something, but it doesn't. You tell yourself this time will be different, but it won't. Nothing underneath his words have changed because you didn't require anything to change. So 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, the pattern comes back. The slow fade starts, but this time you're not just confused, you're exhausted. You're asking yourself the question that's the hardest to sit with. Why do I keep ending up here? The number one mistake you make is not by letting him come back, it's by not requiring anything from him when he did. That's the part you can control. Don't expect change if you don't require change. That line is the difference between the same cycle and your decision. If you're already past the point of trying to figure him out and just want clarity on your actual situation, I made a video exactly for that feeling. It's right here.